Ah, I see you found my trove.
What are these?
My treasures.
Then, the last thing you counted among your treasures tried to kill me.
Oh, please, Cicero. Nala wasn't even poisonous. Besides, biting was her way of showing affection.
Well, at least these aren't alive.
They're very special brews. I'd been cleaning up the estuary some months ago when I rediscovered a recipe I'd gotten off some Tesseric tourists years and years ago. As you can tell, there hasn't been much business here lately, so I thought I'd try something new. Occupy myself and all that.
Was the recipe any good?
Well,
You haven't tried them?
you know I'm not one for these sort of things, and,
What?
you could try one and tell me what you think. The first to try the batch. Consider it an honor.
Your enthusiasm worries me.
Oh, come on, Cicero. For old time's sake. Please?
Why do I think I'm going to regret this?
So, what do you think? Cicero? Cicero!
Songs, Ven.
Ages. I thought I lost you.
How long was I out?
1 minute and 3 seconds.
For a moment, we thought you were dead.
I'm surprised I'm not.
You didn't think you could go off dying on us like that, did you? Can you imagine the songs they'll sing of you, dying because you had a bad drink? The embarrassment.
It was worth a shot.
It was worth 10. That thing is potent, Ven.
For a man who just passed out, you seem fine now.
Yes, the recovery period is surprisingly short.
Oh?
It might hit you like a steed at first, but once it lightens up, well,
Go on, Cicero. Don't leave me hanging. How do you feel?
as though some weight's been lifted. There's a strange clarity to the world. I can't describe it exactly, and I don't know how long it'll last, but I'll admit it isn't the worst feeling.
What news? How excellent!
Indeed. As a connoisseur of fine spirits, I must say your description of it has piqued my interest.
Be warned, though, the initial sensations are not mild. I advise caution.
Well, the mariner is here to take care of us if we so choose to subject ourselves to it, no?
I suppose I could do that.
Perfect! Consider us warned.
So, the stone.
It doesn't react to any of the chemicals that I've got, and I can't even scratch it. Whatever you've brought me, it's something special. Everstone, perhaps?
Well, I can't say that lives up to my hopes, but thank you nonetheless, Ven.
You're welcome. And,
What?
I am a collector after all, and,
You can have it.
truly?
Why not? Just as long as you tell me if you find anything more.
Of course. Thank you, Cicero. Now, I think I'll run it through some more, experimental techniques. Oh, this is exciting.
have something for me?
I promise to make good on our bargain by the day's end.
And the day is almost over.
The lady has delivered as she promised. She has found where your rebel leader has been hiding.
And where is...
And she has given you the means you asked for.
What is this?
It is yours.
The second canticle? My brother used to sing it quite a bit. He'd often dreamed about what the city was like during the time. I was thinking, maybe if we found the artifacts, found out how they were used to create Masquerades, maybe we could turn back time. Make the city the way it was, back in the second canticle. What do you think?
What do you want?
Amadea,
What do you want?
an answer.
I don't hear a question.
Why are you shutting me out?
I'm sorry. Are you expecting the world to greet you with open arms?
I hadn't expected it to bury me under ice. When I found out that you were a mask runner, I thought... I don't know, that I could talk to you.
Talk to me.
You were a mask runner, a part of what my brother had once led. Is it so wrong for me to want to connect with his legacy?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Why?
Because I've left that life behind. Who do you think you are to come back and try to talk to me about the war that you weren't even a part of? You don't know what we went through.
I lost my brother.
I lost my life. Everything that I had, everything that I was, I lost. So don't you dare come back and tell me to talk to you about it.
Then why did you agree to come?
Oh, my friends. What secrets you've been keeping. This...
What do you mean you don't know where it is?
I've heard its name before. Doesn't mean I've actually visited it.
What's going on?
The rumors have been spread, but we don't know where the pin drop is exactly.
Yes, well, I'd taken for granted that
That what?
maybe one of you might have known.
It's a set of ruins, isn't it? You'd know where it is, wouldn't you, Amadea?
It's an obscure set. I've heard of them before, but I should be able to find it if I came along.
Excellent. What are we waiting for, then?
Today is a special day. Amadea will be your guide.
Are you sure, sir? We know the city like the back of our hands.
Do you know where the pin drop is?
Well, that's... might be the dirt under our fingernails.
Let's go.
All right, now stay left. We don't want to cross the roads that circle the old fountain.
So that'll take us through Elamar's alley?
No, you go around that. When you come to the junction, turn right.
But I thought you said to stay left.
Not this time.
Well, that's what you said about Periwinkle Gardens.
Well, I'm saying that again. So listen. Stay left, and when you come across the 3rd Street up to the junction of the 7th and 11th.
Did we finally make it?
The ruins are right over there.
Oh, thank the ages. I don't think the horses would have survived another turn.
Well, they'll have to, because you can't stay here. It's too open.
And where do you suppose we go then?
There's an abandoned warehouse just off this street. You can hide the horses in there and climb to its top story. It's quite safe. You'll be able to see the pin drop and watch for our return.
Right. Got it.
Here's something?
I'm not sure. Sounds like rushing water. So, where do you think she'll be?
In the ruins just ahead. No one will think to look for masquerades out here, and...
Stop.
Damn it.
Turn around. Well, I'd heard that you'd return to our shores, but you... What are you doing with him?
The company I keep is none of your business.
It is when he abandoned us.
Like you abandoned Invidious.
Amadea, it's been 5 years.
And he's still gone.
You disappoint me, Cicero. I'd been waiting here, hoping to be surprised, but yet you simply walk in.
How did you know?
The ways of the street are my lifeline. You think I would not suspect anything when the rumors begin popping up all over the place? You're a fool to think that plan would have worked. I knew someone was baiting me out. I wanted to know who.
Now you do.
Now I want to know why.
I need to get to the Herald.
And you think I will take your hand and lead you there?
I was hoping we could come to an arrangement, yes.
What bridge do you see that I do not, Cicero? What reasons am I blinded to that have made you believe that I have forgiven you for what you did 5 years ago?
My brother is gone, and...
Because of you! You could have fought for him, for us, your people, and instead you chose that cape!
I did not choose the Masquerada over you!
No! Even worse, you didn't choose at all. A spineless, pathetic man is easier to hate than even a traitor!
Do you think I don't know that?
Why do you want the Herald?
The Dactytes have captured a friend of mine. I need to get him back.
And what will you do for us?
My friend was on a quest for great power. If you lead us to the Herald...
Do not lie to me.
I may have burnt my bridges once, but I have not forgotten my roots.
If you are searching for the Herald, there are a few things you must know.
The ruins!
Get down!
Is everyone all right?
Other than the fact that we nearly died.
Nearly. Be grateful.
Where are we?
The pin drop. Those holes in the ground. This must be what's beneath.
There's so much life here.
There's water from the river and sunlight from above. It's beautiful.
Ready! It's heating up! Assistance, please!
I thought the Kilgan were fierce.
We should move. We need to find a way out of this place.
What is this place, exactly? It barely feels like we're in the city at all.
We're beneath it. That river over there, I suspect the Kalara drains out through this. The hundreds of years that it's been coursing through here must have been enough to carve out this cavern beneath the surface.
And drain out into where?
The echoing plains, just beyond. It probably joins the Venedivita some ways down.
That would make sense. We are at the edge of the city, after all.
Come on. Our legs are going to get us out of this, not our mouths. Legacies. There. That spire cuts through the earth. Might be our exit. What do you think? So, Amadea. Invidious?
What did you say about our mouths getting us out of this?
Amadea, this is ridiculous.
I'm sorry if I'm concerned about getting us out.
Who is invidious?
I told you.
If you don't want to talk about it because it makes you upset, then fine. But once it affects the investigation...
It's not.
She opened up to you and you shut her out! We could have used that! Who is invidious?
He brought me into the Masquerada. Taught me everything I know. During your brother's assault on the White Spire, a bunch of us went... I was supposed to go with Invidius, support him. But when things got rough, Lysandra pulled me out. She let Invidius die. When I found out, I left the Maskrunners. End of story. Are we done?
For now.
Then let's move.
Justice will blind you!
Look ahead! This looks ceremonial.
Religious, even. That's rather elaborate. Who's that? In the middle?
I'm not sure. There's a mark on his head, but I can't quite make out what it is.
They seem to be fawning over him.
They certainly look like they're cleaning him, yes.
A king of sorts, perhaps? There seem to be guards at the edge of the mural.
Too early to say. We should keep moving.
This is where the king was cleaned, it seems.
It certainly corresponds with the mural. Up there.
What does it say?
It's not Dementica, it's just a symbol. The other doors have it as well.
Hold on. I recognize one of them. The one on the right. There was a collection of stones in the room that looked like it. This is it.
You think it might be a key of some sort?
Only one way to find out.
Here they come!
least we know it's important now. There we go.
Another mural.
What's this one about?
This one's a little clearer. They've written the symbol of mind above the mural.
It doesn't look very pleasant, does it?
It's the same man from earlier. The one with the mark on his forehead.
Can you make it out here?
No, but I'm getting the feeling that he wasn't a king.
This is where they laid him out.
I don't understand what they used it for, though.
These tools look painful.
Unfit for a king, surely.
Here, again.
It's as though there was a procedure that was supposed to be followed. A ritual that brought them through these rooms in this order.
Well, we still have another 2 rooms to go, so let's make it quick.
For the light!
Lesson I won't forget.
This must have been their god. What word is that, above it?
Soul.
The word on his head is a lot clearer now. Amadea?
It means criminal.
This was his punishment?
I don't know.
Well, we should look around. There's still one last door.
Faith in him must we place, for he sees all, knows all. His gaze could rain destruction. His heartbeat could give life to lands. His breath could level mountains. His whisper could open the skies. Time is his plaything. The lands are his clay. His word is law. Our lives are his.
And here's the last one.
Are you ready?
What are they doing?
Not attacking.
Why?
The statue. They're staying away from it.
As though they revere it too.
Come on. Let's not take it for granted. What do you think this whole ritual was about?
I'd say some sort of cleansing. In the first hall, there was a physical cleansing. In the second...
It said mental, but I don't think cutting people up was very clean for the mind.
The third hall was a cleansing of the soul. It was a religious room, after all.
And now the last one.
Probably to see why our poor criminal needed to be so clean. Let's go. This mist again. Be on your guard. Oh no. Ready yourselves!
That is a lesson I won't forget.
It's all Dementica.
It's a recitation. You who sinned, you have been cleansed. You will serve, a vessel to atone for your transgressions. You will heal the flesh you harmed and shield the face you scorned. For all eternity you will be. Your soul will be bared for all to see, and your strength given to those you weakened. Through the Father's heart you will be redeemed from...
From what?
Ophira amesta avis atu. From man to mask, you will be.
Are you saying...
The Masquerades had once been Dementicate. They're criminals. There is no other interpretation.
These were their gallows.
Do you think the artifacts had something to do with this?
I don't know.
Ages. This changes everything.
You bet it does. Our Masquerades, they'd been alive once, Cicero. They'd have stories to tell, worlds to paint for us. If only we could somehow get to them. What?
I'm just trying to understand.
I think I explained it quite well.
Not it. You. Why you try so hard to hide this side of you? Under all your acidic words, there is a heart that beats. I just don't know why you suffocate it.
Cicero, don't.
But Amadea...
There we go.
Amadea?
I was just thinking. The artifacts, if we find them, if we want to make more Masquerades, who's going to play the criminal?
Come on.
The Luca did not prepare me for that.
Just be glad it's behind us.
What is that? Liz.
Have to help her.
Aegis! What is that thing?
Questions later. Watch your flanks!
Lysandra! No!
Amadea.
We searched the cavern below, sir. She didn't make it.
Get back to the streets. The others need to know. Gently.
I'm sorry.
This moment has been on the horizon ever since the war began.
That doesn't make it any easier.
Yes, it does. We are tired of fighting, of losing, of dying. Our respect for Lysandra, for the dream she held onto, was all that kept us going. Now that she is gone...
What are you saying?
Perhaps now is the time for us to rest, to fade into the shadows, where we should never have left. Perhaps it is good that she is gone.
You don't mean that.
Yes, I do. The crest of the Malacarte. Your brother designed it. A wreath
of Night's Bane, to remind us to be a beacon of light in the darkest shadows. A swath of red for the blood of those who gave their lives for us. And a shattered mask for the dream that one day they will not matter.
That dream has long withered in our hearts. This crest no longer has a home.
Cesaro.
Take it, or the soil will. Good. Now, the golden canvas.
What?
Before the Dactytes attacked, Lysandra was going to tell you about the Herald. They have a temple under the golden canvas. Lysandra and I had been there once. They tried converting us, but we resisted.
A temple?
For something that's appearing to be their religion. Go there, and you will learn more yourself. There is only a single red grating in the whole ward. Descend through it, and you'll figure it out.
And what of the Malacarte?
I have said already. Now is the time for us to sleep. Goodbye, Cicero. I hope we never see each other again.
A little early for a fire.
It's a cold day.
Did you know her well?
Not really. I'd seen her maybe twice in all. And she and my brother, they were close.
There was nothing you could have done. You made a breakthrough today, learning about Masquerades. That's quite an accomplishment.
It doesn't feel like it.
Everyone's talking about the golden canvas. It's Seho's sojourn today. It'll be bustling.
Festivities, just what I needed.
Cicero.
I know, this is pathetic, but allow me just a moment. The Malacarte were my brother's dream, and now... It seems foolish that I'm mourning something that died years ago.
You mourn when your heart calls for it. There is never a foolish time.
Calden?
Yes?
Never mind. It's an unworthy thought.
I think by now we both know there is no such thing.
This investigation, this thing that we're wrapped up in, it's growing bigger than I ever imagined it'd be.
I don't think any of us imagined that we'd learn that Masquerades had been Dementicate, that they've been alive.
I don't know what else we'll find. How much bigger this might get. We have limits, all of us. I made a promise.
And you're trying to keep it. That's enough for me.
Have you spoken to the twins?
The carriage can't fit all of us, but they're willing to make 2 trips. Leventhus and his family have plans to go too. They are runic after all.
Then we should leave soon.
I'll tell the others.
Amadea.
Cicero. Not now. Please.
We did all we could.
I know.
Ready for the sojourn, Damien?
It's so exciting. I heard they're selling the anthologies of Mayara Terrell.
Damien, we already have half of them.
But the collection has Mayara's notes.
All right, all right. Let's go get the stories we have. Maybe we can trade them in for a better price.
Your son is close to his culture.
Sometimes too close. Forgets that we're in Omba. The color of skin means so little here.
Homesick?
Terribly so.
What is it? Ven.
We were supposed to sail tomorrow.
Sail?
Across the belt back to Rune.
What?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I watched you and Cyrus grow up maskless.
You don't want him to go through that.
Neither does Livia. That's why she buries him in her culture instead of the culture of the city. She doesn't want him to grow up feeling like he's worth less simply because he doesn't have a stupid mask.
It certainly kept the light in his eyes.
I can only hope it'll stay.
You should go. Tomorrow is still ahead of us. You can make it.
And let you take care of yourself. The last time I did that, you almost set my house on fire.
Ven, I'm serious.
Before you came back, there was little reason to stay. But now, maybe you can teach him a thing or two.
Me?
About life in the city. Ease him into its better half. Give him a mask, maybe.
A masquerine? Ven, I don't think...
Ah, forget I said anything. You have other things to worry about, I'm sure, and so do we.
Oh, Ven. Thinking of how to tell the Judge, Master?
It's not every day that I'm required to be the bearer of news as world-changing as this. Masquerines and Dementacate? It's almost too much to believe.
But you do?
How can I not, with everything that's happened?
I'd imagined you to be more, skeptical than that.
I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
Tiziana?
If you'll excuse me, Inspectore, I have a report to send.
Of course. What?
Ah, Inspectore. I was wondering who was going to pick that up.
Did you hang it here?
It? I don't even know what it is.
It's a bone whistle. I used to play with them when I was much younger. With an old friend of mine.
Can you still play? Well, that sounded pretty good.
Yes, well, we have places to go.
Ah, yes, the golden canvas. Ready when you are, sir.
Ready to go, sir?
Who's on the first trip?
Yourself, Amadea, Vasco, and the Marshal. We'll come back later for the Mariner and the innkeeper's family.
Let's go then.
Exciting, isn't it, sister? I've never celebrated Seiho's sojourn before.
Just remember, almost everything there is more expensive than it needs to be. Keep your crescents for the things that you need.
Oh, I will. I've got a whole list of them I think I can find there.
Ugh.
Thank you for waiting, Cicero.
I just wanted to make sure you got here safe.
Don't worry. The Mariner took great care of us.
Hurry up, Ma! We haven't got all day.
Your son's right. The bazaars await.
All right, my boy. Let's go see what the peddlers are offering.
Are you going to be all right?
Calden, please. Go and enjoy the festival. Just keep an eye out for the grating while you're at it. I'll go check on the others, see if they've spotted anything.
All right, then. I've got a few things I think I might be able to find here as well.
Thinking of buying something?
This one.
Valenturia. Tales of the Second Canticle.
Lysandra used to sing it too. Must have picked it up from your brother.
Was she any good at it?
Terrible. But she was never sour about it.
You know, she did it for you.
I know. I know. What she did 5 years ago, I knew she did it to protect me. That didn't make it any easier to swallow. But now, what have I done?
It'll be all right.
Cicero, I'm so sorry. It's just... Ever since leaving the Malacate, I've been scared to be a part of anything again.
It's all right. I understand. Now, chin up. You've got a grating to find, yeah?
Yes. Yes, we do. Thank you, Cicero.
Thinking to buy one?
Buy a flute. Nothing is worth as much as a flute crafted by the flautist's own hands. I'm here to see if I can pinch some inspiration.
Well, that one looks interesting.
Ah, that's a Cato flute, with 3 individual mouthpieces. Only Airbrands can bring out the beautiful harmonies they were meant to produce. Far too cumbersome for a traveler like me, though.
What's your type of flute, then?
That one, over there.
Simple.
It's a traditional runic flute called Aniode. It was brought over with runic culture in the 4th canticle, even before the Terrals came. But of course, you don't want to hear about the 4th canticle, do you?
I don't?
Not when it pales in comparison to the 2nd, no?
Why would you say that?
Oh, it's just something I overheard once upon a time. That life in the 2nd canticle was... how should I put it? Worth dreaming of.
Where did you hear that?
You didn't have to lie to me, you know. About the artifacts being the key to creating Masquerades. It would have made no difference to me.
Who have you told?
No one. Please.
Then what are you getting at?
I've been trying to tell you, ever since I saw you at the Bleeding Beetle. But I just wasn't sure how.
What is it?
It's... how do I put this? I'm...
the Bloodless.
Yes, I am, in fact, him. But that's...
If you heard the conversation I had with Amadea, you must have returned quite early in the night. Timings don't match up if you needed to report to the Bloodless first. Even less so if you were supposed to spread rumors. You have lackeys for that, don't you?
Yes, you've made good deductions, but...
I won't tell the others. As long as you promise to keep the details of the artifacts to yourself, too.
I suppose that'd be fair.
Is there anything else you wish to say?
Only that I haven't seen any sign of the grating yet.
Well, keep looking then. I'll go see what I can find. Moscow, I do appreciate the honesty.
So much for that.
You liked carvings.
Cicero, I didn't see you there.
What have you got there?
Well, nothing.
Calden?
You have the most damnable timing.
What is it?
When I was a skipper, I used to go down to the shore and scour the beaches for these sun skulls, a type of coral.
That's a rather ominous name, isn't it? Sun skulls?
On the contrary, the midnight belt is black, but somehow these manage to retain their brilliant color. ray of light in a sea of shadows. A source of hope in a mire of despair. I'd have carved one myself if I had the time, but since we're here...
Who's it for?
Each one of my kids has one. Jaxus did. My brother does. I get them for the people in my life that have given me hope. This one is for you.
Me?
For not turning me away, even though you easily could have.
Calvin.
In this city, it is difficult to call one a friend and truly mean it. But I do. And I want you to know that.
Calvin, I don't...
Please.
Thanks. Any sign of the grating?
Not yet. But I'll keep looking.
Thistlethorn for your armor?
Someone knows a thing about polishing, I see.
Of course. Who do you think keeps my buckles shining? So, what's Fabio's opinion on what's been going on?
The Judge Master's keeping an eye out. He understands that it's too early to act until more concrete trails can be found. Or at least until we know what the artifacts can do.
And when you do, he will know about them?
Inspectore, know that your efforts at undermining my loyalty to the Luca are in vain.
I don't understand. You can clearly see what is at stake, but yet you think it's more important to keep your guild informed, even though you are fully aware that they might, in the future, jeopardize the investigation.
Do you know who my father was?
I don't know any Luca that carry the De Felici family name. No.
De Felici was my mother's family name. My father was Judge Zane Rios.
I'd heard he was a great judge.
He was also a great father, who taught me everything that I know about the Luca. My earliest memory ever was of a Luca parade, staring at rows and rows of beautiful gold as he carried me in his arms. Oh, it had been a sight. A man as large as my father, tenderly holding a little girl at a Luca parade. He told me that he never heard the end of that tale from those around him, but he ensured daily that I knew he did not regret it. To him, displaying his love for me was worth more than his reputation as a strong, steeled man. But if you've heard of him before, then you'd know that his song is upon the singing tree.
It's been there for a decade.
I loved, and still love my father, Ysbryd, and the Luca is his legacy. Have I helped you understand?
Yes.
Good. Now, if that is all, I believe we have an entrance to find.
Ah, here we go.
This is it then?
Let's find out. 2 of you will follow me. The other 2 will stay out here in case anything goes wrong. Watch for signs.
Ages. It's like there's a whole world under here.
Light. Over there.
What's wrong with them?
Stone salt.
Addicts?
It seems like it.
Do it.
Contadani?
It's not uncommon for them to be seen with the dealers, but...
Something on your mind?
Nothing. We should keep looking around.
Did you find something?
The lady has told how the seed will save, and how the knife will take the life it gave. The shadows will come as they did before, but she will save us, so she swore.
The shadows will come. What do they mean?
And who is this lady they keep mentioning?
I don't know.
Is there anything else?
Nothing legible. Judging by the quality of the handwriting and the choice of rhyme, I'd say that whoever wrote this hadn't done it with a proper mind.
Then these are just a bunch of addicted lunatics?
Addicted lunatics do not so easily infiltrate the registry and capture one of its regenti. It seems like there is nothing else here. We should keep moving.
Intruders!
Justice will blind you!
Suppose they were expecting company.
Not the company of the colors, no.
What do you think this place is?
A salt emporium by the looks of it. It's probably one of the ways the Dactytes make a living.
And the Herald will be here?
That's what we're here to find out. Intruders! We've got this! Salt breathers. Their leader was Ysbryd before he'd been killed.
And now they're here.
And it seems this herald's influence is more far-reaching than I'd imagined. We should keep going.
The light will cut you down!
Producing salt. All part of surviving. Fabra and Artigiani don't run in the Masquerada circles.
So they find other ways to get crescents.
Let's keep going.
Who is that?
The Herald.
Her second in command is alive. You said the lady promised that the Melacarte would not live. Any of them.
The lady promised that you would have her men.
They spoke with Cicero Gavar. They know where we are. He could be on his way here right now. Tell me that that is what the lady wants.
Do not question the lady. You cannot see what the lady can, and you will never understand what she does. But she is more worthy of your trust than any other entity. Tell me that you cannot see that she has brought you higher than you've ever dreamed. You live as you've never lived before. Food, clothes, shelter. Tell me that you believe you would have those if you had not trusted the lady.
Many more of us would be alive if we hadn't.
Blasphemy! If you had not been under the lady's guarding wings, you would have been crushed by the Portieri. It is because of her that you survive, that you can hide, that you can prepare yourselves for the coming dangers. Tell me that she would have known about the powers that made Masquerades, or that you would have known about the prophecies, or that you would ever have possibly stumbled upon this. This is but one of hundreds that she has promised us. Now witness its power, and know that the lady is true. See what the lady has flushed out of the shadows. Do not let them leave.
Oh no.
Ready yourselves!
Cicero, the Herald!
Go! We'll buy you time!
Damn it, come on! Where are you?
Cicero!
We heard people screaming and...
Oh, great. Weapon at the ready!
Keeping up!
Here they come!
Feels good.
They need help!
Lucia! Lucia! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Cicero. Take him.
Think that we should be moving elsewhere.
This place is good enough.
But they know.
This is good enough.
Yes, Harold.
Now leave. He's waking up. How are you feeling? You've been out for hours.
What happened?
I do apologize. I hadn't expected my men to be so rough.
Your men? The Herald?
I also apologize that you had to find out this way.
No.
I'm afraid it is true,
Tell me you're here to get me out.
Cicero.
You traitor! Sonless bitch!
Get a hold of yourself!
Ophina. Corvus. It was you.
That was necessary.
And Razatov. You have him. Answer me!
It was relatively painless.
Damn it, Lucia! Why? Answer me!
She has a plan.
What are you talking about?
How do you think the Dactytes have stayed one step ahead of you all this while? You think we were lucky?
The lady. Who is she?
A visionary. Someone with plans for the city.
Someone who has turned you against us all. You've killed 2 Inspectores and the Regenti, Lucia. And for what?
It had to be done. Sometimes drastic measures must be taken for the greater good.
Is that what your lady has told you?
She is right.
Words of a revolutionary. And like every revolutionary that has passed, she and all those that follow her will end up dead.
She is Fae!
What?
She is of the ancient world, and she knows far more than you or I could ever hope to.
You're a mad woman. You're following a Fae. A mindless, senseless...
You have in your mind the peasantry of their kingdom. But the lady's nobility. She is more than just a beast. And she has plans to...
Plans to what? How can you believe that a creature like that could possibly be?
I have one of the artifacts! Yes. You are beginning to understand. How big, how vast this undertide of secrets is.
Get out of my head.
There are worlds worth of histories that are returning, and you have simply scratched the surface. What you learnt at the pin drop is a morsel of what exists. A fraction of the knowledge held by the forces that you plan to fight against.
How did you know about the pin drop?
Yes! Think. How is it that I knew? What powers are at my disposal that I can glean such knowledge? You understand what you've pit yourself against? Not just yourself, but those who travel with you.
You leave them out of this.
Spoken to a mirror. They have yet to cross the threshold. They don't need to. And if you reconsider your position, neither will you.
What?
You are here for a reason, Cicero. The lady has plans for you, if you will accept them.
You think I'm insane?
Is it insanity for the gull to veer from the storm front? They are here.
Cicero!
You are a wise man, Cicero, and are modest enough to admit the limits of your perception. Let that awareness guide your decision. We will meet again soon, Cicero. And by then, I expect you to have thought long and hard about where you stand.
He's here! Are you all right? Fine.
Cicero! Thank the tides, you're... What's wrong?
No.
It makes no sense. Why did she hide you in the golden canvas? She must have known that we'd search there again. Unless she wanted you to be found. Wanted to send the message to us that she had the capacity to capture you. And was willing to let you go to prove that she was confident she could do it again. That has to be it. And Razatov. Damn it! And she said nothing to you. Nothing at all.
I've already told you what happened.
Tell it again. Maybe you missed something.
We were in the golden canvas, and we found out where the Dactytes were hiding. We had a skirmish that brought us out of the streets, and I thought I caught a glimpse of her face, so I followed her. The next thing I know, I'm waking up to the sounds of explosions, and I see Lucia arguing with the Dactyte. The Dactyte wanted me dead. Lucia didn't. That's when Tristan came in.
So you never spoke to her?
How many times must we go over this before you believe me?
What of Razatov's work, then? Where to find these artifacts? How to use them?
Nothing.
Come here. $20,000.
But
I said bring him back. Unfortunately, I didn't specify that he had to be alive. You did your job. This is your payment.
a dismissal?
Simply an ending of your contract with the Registry. And now from here on, you no longer act under the purview of the Registry, and thus we cannot protect you from the ramifications or account for the responsibility of your actions.
Of course. I understand.
Good. Then I'll see you around.